His heart comprehended, but his tongue was so tied. Though he deeply felt love, all he managed was sighs. An articulate man out riding the range. All day he ached for her, drove him dag near insane. She longed for poems that intertwined moon and June. His affections he shouted by, sleeping like spoons. Her disappointment was deep, burden to bear. Thought by working harder, she'd know how much he cared. The simplest of men was our straight-shooting Joe. Little Philly rode bareback at strange rodeos. His heart was broken and his spirit near crushed. When she asked for forgiveness, into her arms he rushed. He swore to do better and change his tongue-tied ways. He bought her carnations and deep in her eyes gazed, though he'd taken her back in the wink of an eye. When he'd said he'd forgive her, he knew that he'd lied. They hobbled along like a horse that was lame. Figured with enough time he'd forget feelings of shame. He still loved his lady, but his trust was now dead. Not very long till she was out there hopping beds. Again she found a man who was dandy and sweet. He gave her his best ride there in his back seat. Rustling cowboy and her rode off into sunset. Left poor Joe alone with the sons and tears he wept. Just 3 boys left together, though one of 'em's grown. Wrecked him, near killed him when she shattered their home. Joe stumbled dazedly with feelings sad and blue. Not long before he realized his sons felt great loss too. So by his worn bootstraps old Joe pulled himself up. Despite his deep hurting, he'd regained his pluck. It was 10 years ago Joe became single dad. Bond forged with his sons became ironclad. Through lonely Plain State dark nights Joe held his head high. Of pain and anger, I never once heard him cry. Salt of the earth fellow who played cards he was dealt. It was through his actions Joe expressed how he felt. His heart comprehended, but his tongue was so tied. Though he deeply felt love, all he managed was sighs. An articulate man out riding the range. Not a soul in this world whose place he would exchange.